fair bit done yesterday. Got most of this pass taken out and a lot of this dirt pulled out. Today I want to see if I can come through and take off this at an angle here and remove the rest of this dirt right here. But been fighting the tire on here, and we were able to get this back on the bead. I washed it off some, but it's still leaking around the bead, and this sidewall is pretty much shot. We're working on trying to find another tire to replace this. The other issue was yesterday this thing wasn't running real great either. That one was running rough, and this one was running rough. So we'll see how she runs today. Seems like sometimes after sitting a little bit, she runs a little better. I think there's some dirt in the carburetor. I probably need to clean the carburetor. I've been kind of trying to avoid doing anything major like that since I just kind of want to run it for right now. Let's see how she runs today. Pull off the air filter cover. Gonna take a peek in there and see what we think. So there's a couple things that could be going on here. It could be my fuel filter is clogged up. It could be my fuel shutoff solenoid's bad, or not getting good contact all the time, so it's sometimes shutting and not letting fuel go through. Also, could just be I have a plain old dirty carburetor with some jets that are clogged up. It'll fire up and idle like this. So I spent a ton of time working on the backhoe trying to figure out what was going on with it, why it wasn't running. In the process I replaced the fuel filter, which I think did need to happen. I also cleaned the carburetor. That probably didn't need to happen. Replaced one of the spark plugs, which never hurts to do that, but that didn't really affect anything. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. And I also checked the compression in the cylinders, and all I gained out of that was now I have a compression tester. But I did all that, and I still couldn't get it quite running right. This is weird. And then I found this. What I discovered last night was that when I take off this fuel line and had it open and pointed at the ground, fuel was not really coming out of there. So it's really a bad sign. And I had the tank down, it wasn't up like this. So it seems like we may have a clog like right here, which makes sense because the fuel filter was pretty nasty last time. So I'm thinking to try to take this zip tie off of here and see if I can't get this line off of here and blast some carb cleaner through there to see if I can get some good fuel flow. But basically, I should be able to lower this tank down. It should pour fuel out. It comes down. Oh yeah, no fuel. It's just dripping. Let's see what this will do. So basically I'm forcing it back into the tank, and hopefully it'll be loose enough it'll come out again and get caught in the fuel filter. That's what the fuel filter's for. So let's start slowly lowering it down. See if this time we get more of a steady stream. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes! I think that was our problem. Oh my gosh, we were so close onto it when we first found the dirty fuel filter at the very beginning of all this. I think she's gonna run like a champ now. Let's see what she does. That's a good sign. I just had to push my choke in at idle. Before it would idle with the choke pulled out, and I had to push it in to keep it running. So that's a good sign.
Oh, she picks up pretty fast, but again, the issue we were having in the past was running at the higher RPMs. Just trying to let it warm up a little bit now. Ah, it's actually a little better. I just choked it the second time. She's working hard now the way she's meant to work. She seems to be running top notch, and it's actually, the dirt being wet is actually really working in our favor quite a bit. I'm not losing too much traction, and I think it may actually help some. I was starting to pack my back left tire there when I got down in the mud from the previous day's pass, or right over here. But other than that, the dirt's digging easier, and I'm getting good traction. Yeah, right there I was packing my tire and spinning a bit. But yeah, she's working hard. This is the way I wanted it to be. Backhoe's running great. Got quite the pile of topsoil here. I think I definitely went a little too deep to call all topsoil, but for the purposes of this project, we're treating that as topsoil. So I just came back through here and tried to feather this edge a little bit. It actually worked out pretty well. I was just trying to knock it down and feather it a little bit, which worked out okay. Obviously the tractor starts tearing up everything again. So this is not level by any means. It's all pretty rough, which is why it'd be really nice to have the box blade working on the tractor. We still need to go a little deeper here to get down to the level of whatever this is right here. And there's our French drain. So we're getting there. So I think I need to come take some more passes along through here and take that down a little bit lower. But yeah, that thing is working hard and doing a good job. Like I said before, I think it really helps if the soil is damp. Because it can just bite in and get good traction, and it's easier to dig without a tooth bar. If I had a tooth bar, that would help. I may try to come back through here and back drag a little bit and get this a little level so I can see a little bit more what's going on. but you probably can't tell a whole lot in the camera. It is also a little fun because this is a slope. So there's a couple times when I'm like, my internal slope meter's like, I don't think this feels safe. So you saw one time there I extended the backhoe arm to the uphill side, which is cool that you can do that to help my center of gravity. But that was when I was working over here and getting a big load. And I think one of my wheels was coming off the edge of this here a little bit. But yeah, we're getting down to the grade of what I'd already dug out. Here's how tall the old French drains were. So we're obviously going to be going below that. Because we really need to get the ditch. We need a slope away from the house. And there really wasn't much of a slope away from the house. So this area right here, this is all going to have to come down a little bit. I think we're good on the uphill side. I think we need to keep moving dirt out and down here, and then, well, you get the picture. So anyway, it's going good. A beautiful Saturday morning. Today, I'm gonna keep working at the dirt work here, trying to get this done. And good news, we've got a new tire on the Kubota. So my dad went and got this taken care of the other day. The new tire came in from Amazon, and a local repair shop put it on for 15 bucks. So I think it's like 100 bucks for a tire and 15 bucks for getting it mounted. My plan is to swap this out for the angle blade, since this box plate isn't doing much. And hopefully the moisture in the fuel will start clearing out a little bit. And I can use the Kubota and also the backhoe. So the backhoe is still running pretty good. Got that fuel system cleaned out a bit, and it's been working away. And yeah, we've been getting more rain here, so you can see it's starting to wash the stuff out. When I get the angle blade on, I think I want to start trying to clean away from the house a little bit more. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that white PVC drain. I think it's going to have to go, possibly as I bring this down. But I'd like to use the backhoe probably to scoop up the rest of this dirt here and get that in the topsoil pile, so that then basically I'm done messing with the topsoil pile and all these other piles, and I can get down to the grade I want. because I want to get down to the grade that I want to have there permanently. Actually a little bit below it, because then I'm going to bring some of this topsoil back in. Probably not all of it, because that's a lot of work moving all that dirt a bunch of times. So I need to bring this down quite a bit, because I've got to, everything I took off there, in theory, I'm going to be putting back. But in reality, I'm probably not going to put that much back. Keep having problems. You notice anything wrong with that tire track here? This is the front tire mark, and it's well rounded up. The dirt is well rounded up into the track here, like a couple inches. And I was like, what is that? Is my tire low? I look down from my front seat and I see that this tire's off the bead. Nice. As soon as we get the bead fixed on that tire, or get that tire replaced, now this one is giving me issues. Nice. Oh wait, there's a tube in there. Okay. Okay, so since there's a tube, I don't have to worry about that bead. That's good. Let's just go ahead and pump it up. Got some of this scooped out of here. Now it's about down to the old ground level here. And got the angle blade on the tractor. But if you look at this, you probably can't tell in the video, but I took out a lot of dirt over there, but I kind of stopped a few feet forward of the front bucket of the tractor. And I need to bring all this down here as well. So we're gonna be getting close to this pile of topsoil. It's a little bit balanced. I probably should have put it a little farther away, but it's all timed, the distance you put it away. So, but we need to bring this down all the way around the corner of the house. So this part here needs to come down, and then we'll tie it into that slope over there. But I don't think it's gonna be as much of to do over there really. It's more getting the ditch on this side of the house. Get the water around. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with the angle blade a bit also, see how that works for trying to level out some of this we've been working on here. But yeah, I may have to use the backhoe to dig out around the trench some, because I don't want to lose a tractor over the edge into the trench here. That would be bad, especially if I rolled into the house. But that, and I also have an electrical pipe going through here. You can't see it, but there is a gray plastic. Oh, there it is. You can barely see it down there. So I think that is the electrical to my well, so I need to be very careful of that. It's down there a little ways though, so we should be fine. Anyway, let's go try out this angle blade and see how this tractor's working. Okay, got a lot of dirt we've dug out. Tried to level it out a little bit, back dragging. Tried to clean out a little bit more at the corner, and I gotta stop and think about this. I almost cut my well pipe there. Thankfully, I took a shallow cut. Yep. Nope, didn't puncture it. Oh, that's a seam, okay. I was skidding my bucket on top of this electrical line, which I knew was there. I didn't realize I was that close to it. But hey, if you take a shallow scoop like that, it'll work out better. So, I gotta think about, gosh, can that line stay there? I need to get this dirt out of here too. I'm probably gonna need to start using the backhoe to clean up along the house here a little bit. The Kubota just doesn't have the traction that the Terramite does, even though it's four-wheel drive. Its front loader bucket is smaller. It does seem to fill it okay if you feather it, but I don't know, that thing just struggles for traction really quick. It's like it'll start spinning like that, and once you're spinning, you gotta back up to get out. The Terramite will just keep plodding along, and you'll pick up the bucket and it'll keep digging its way forward. Could just be the tire types, because the Terramite's got the R1 agricultural tires and the Kubota's got the R4 utility tires crossover. I do need to bring this area down a little bit, not as much. That far end, since that's a downhill side, the water needs to go that way. It need to be brought down more. Here's that old French drain pipe. It's kind of broken up, but if I can find the outlet to it, that might be useful. Here's the newer French drain right there. I was kind of cutting off the end of that, but I needed to. And the electric is right under here somewhere. Need to be real careful. There it is right there. Yeah, I didn't want to pull that up any further. Okay, let's turn the tractor around and get this scooped out of here. We're getting there. It's just taking a lot of earthwork here. I didn't realize, since I don't have any experience, I didn't realize there was that much dirt over there on the ground. It's like, oh yeah, just take it down a little bit. Yeah, it's a lot of dirt. And we're definitely getting there, but now we're starting to run into serious concerns with the electrical. And then figuring out what to do with this old French drain pipe. I think I'm just gonna take out this one entirely, probably, from this section. I don't want to buy a ton of new French drain stuff. I want to reuse what I can. But in this area here, I'm pretty much just probably only going to reuse the boxes and have to get new pipe. But if the long run across the yard is still good, that'd be great, because I don't want to have to retrench all the way down to the trees over there, which I could. I mean, we'd do it with the backhoe, but it'd be nice to not have to do that. It takes work to move dirt, but that's the fun part.